How we got points for all the others.
Okay, so which of the following variables is our categorical? The number of animals in the zoo, randomly selected brand of toothpaste, age in years, randomly selected vehicles in a parking lot.
Categorical. The animals and the vehicles could be categorical, based off of whether it's like an SUV or car.
But you're looking at years for the vehicles.
True. You could have like 90s, 2000s.
But is it? Because it's age in years, so
My
it would
guess
be
is
like
the toothpaste.
the toothpaste.
Yes.
How could that be categorical? Well, I guess that could be categorical, but never mind.
Because you're not looking at a number with it.
Yeah.
Alright, the mean IQ test score in the United States is 100. 20 randomly selected stats. Students took an IQ test and the mean of their scores was 112. Which of the following statements is true? 112 is a statistic, 112 is a parameter, 100 is a parameter, 100 is a statistic.
Okay, 112 is a stat.
Yeah.
I guess no.
So 100 is a friend. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And 100 is going to be a parameter. Gotham City has 4 distinct neighborhoods. Property values are very similar within each neighborhood, but they vary considerably from neighborhood to neighborhood. One neighborhood has very low property values, and the other has extremely high. Property taxes are usually roughly proportional to the property values. What type of sample should we collect to gauge the residents' responses to a proposed increase in property taxes? Cluster sample, stratified, systematic, or simple random?
I think it'd be simple random, but if one neighbor has low property values and the other is extremely high, well, I guess it's got to be systematic in some way because you got to get it from both, don't you? Or maybe simple random would get rid of the fact that income, wouldn't it?
So they vary considerably from neighborhood to neighborhood. So you're going to want probably closer to more of an even from both.
Yeah.
So you want like stratified.
I guess.
Alright.
Too late.
It is. Designed experiments are conducted in a public school system. Researchers typically choose a particular district and randomly select teachers of, say, 4th grade students. The experiment is then conducted using all the students in the selected class. Which type of sampling scheme is implemented?
Okay,
You're taking everything.
It's not random.
Yeah.
Isn't that systematic or is that stratified?
I think it's
Clustered because you're taking everybody. You're not just picking and choosing.
Yeah.
You're just grabbing everything.
I get confused with cluster. I think of like multiple little clusters.
Groups inside of it.
Yeah.
A school fundraiser, the name of every person who attended was entered into a drawing. At the end of the evening, 6 names were selected to receive door prizes. Which type of sampling scheme is implemented? That'd be a simple random. Special interest group is conducting a survey regarding wolves in Yellowstone to adequately gauge opinions on both sides of the political spectrum. Researchers took the list of registered Democrats and selected a simple random sample of 100 people. Then they took the list of registered Republicans and selected a simple random sample of 100, which type of sampling? That'd be more.
I know
stratified.
it's not simple random because it's based on people who.
That's either systematic random, simple, or stratified random, isn't it?
It's based on people who respond to it. Like, I don't know.
So voluntary.
Well,
no, it wouldn't be a
I
voluntary.
was gonna say, wouldn't it be stratified though? Because you're taking an
Taking
equal
two different-
number
Yeah.
from both groups. You're not.
Yeah.
I think that's what
You're not just saying, well, here's this, here's this. You're going with both of them.
And I don't think there's a voluntary response isn't a type of
No.
sample. They're the same sample.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know
Yeah.
it can't be. Survey was taken of purchases at Crossroads. Open the data file, Crossroads purchases, Excel for 221 and SBS and whatever. And use this data for questions 9 through 11. So that go?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Using the software calculate the mean of the data. The mean is 4.77.
Oh, you're right.
Round to 3 decimals. 4.771.
Yeah.
And standard deviation.
1.9119.
So 1.99 or
1.912.
I created a histogram representing the amount spent to be getting crossroad purchases. Alright, Jessica Meir and her research team measured the body temperatures of a sample of diving elephant seals. A thermistor was placed at a specific location on each seal to measure its body temperature. Body temperature of seals tends to decrease as they dive, estimated the typical body temperature. Okay, what is the value of the number that goes in the position marked with an A in the table above? So the deviation for that one.
Deviation from the mean.
That is negative 0.165.
Isn't that this one? It's that one, isn't it?
No,
No, wait.
it's deviation from the mean.
That is deviation.
Oh,
from
sorry,
the
I was thinking, yeah.
37.91.
37.91.
Yeah.
Wait,
91. Is that exactly what you got? Or?
Yeah.
wouldn't it be? It'd be 1 over because that's not. You're not looking for your x. You're
Yeah,
looking
but
for
that's
your
spread
x
deviations.
minus.
This is deviations from the mean.
Oh,
Your
look at
chart's
the-
just shifted over. The top ones are shifted over,
Oh, yeah.
and so
it's
it is that
negative.
negative 1.16.
Okay.
165.
I was like, it doesn't even have 3 decimal places that are.
Value of the number that goes in the position marked with a P. So
0.681.
681. The quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers in the square divisions column. What quantity? My bad. What quantity is equal to the numbers in the square divisions column?
Okay, so the square
would be-
divisions. What is the total of that column? Is that the standard deviation, variance? I mean, none of these.
Or your deviation from the mean, wouldn't that be your standard deviation?
I think
That's,
it's
I don't think that's a deviation, though. In reality.
the quantity is equal to the sum of the means. I think it'd be the variance.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If it's x.
Oh, it's none of them.
None of those answers, huh? Well, that sucks. What is the standard deviation of these temperatures? Okay, the standard deviation.
It's on the. I think it's gonna be on
Okay. 0.715.
25. Under certain conditions, the standard deviation can be negative. Because you plus or minus it
Deviate
anyway.
in a negative.
Boy,
Certain conditions, the standard deviation can be negative. It's always going to be positive.
You can't deviate negative 2. That'd just be positive 2 in the opposite direction.
I mean, even when you're doing this stuff, you're going to go with
yeah,
standard deviation.
even though you
but
can, when you're doing
Yeah.
same deviation.
you can subtract it, but it's not never going to be negative. Alright, same study, researchers place temperature sensors in the 3 seals near their spinal cord and brain. Place 6 thermistors, 6 other seals near aorta, the largest artery in the body, by the way. Finally, place thermistors in 4 other seals in their hepatic sinus. The results are summarized in the table below. Which location resulted in the most consistent temperature measurements from one seal to the other? Well, that's going to be the one with the lowest standard deviation, so your extradural. all in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I can define standard deviation in my own words.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, how much it do?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait,
Alright.
that wasn't in the review.
The number of hours students spent studying for an exam were reported. The data was represented by the box plot below. Use the box plot to answer questions 19 and 20. What is the third quartile?
Is that 8?
The third quartile, yeah, it's 8.
What percent?
Wait.
Okay.
First, second, third. But where's the fourth?
Wouldn't this be the start of the fourth? So you got your 1, 2, 4, because this is your n. So wouldn't it be 6?
I think it might be 6.
Because 2
Oh,
two's the start
yeah.
of your first, 4 is the start of your second, 6 is the start of your third, 8 is the start of your fourth, and 12 is where
Yeah,
your
that
data stops.
That makes more sense. So what is the
What
percentage
percent?
of data that's between 4 and 8 hours?
Don't include a percent sign.
That is,
So that'd be 50%,
yeah.
correct? Because it includes 2 quartiles.
Yeah.
Observation from a normally distributed population is considered unusual if it is more than 2 standard deviations away from the mean. There are several contaminants that can harm a city's water supply. Nitrate concentrations above 10 ppm parts per million are considered a health risk for infants less than 6 months of age. The city of Rexford reports that the nitrate concentration in the city's drinking water is between 1.59 and 2.52 ppm, and values outside of this range are unusual. We will assume that 1.59 ppm is the value of U, which is
the mean.
yeah, mean, minus the 2 times the standard deviations, and the mean plus 2 times the standard deviation is equal to 2.522 ppm. It is reasonable to assume the measured nitrate concentration is known in the city. Estimate the mean of measured nitrate concentration in Rexford's drinking water. To do that, wouldn't you just put 1.59 equals mean minus 2 times the standard deviation?
Yeah, it's, well, I did it. You get the standard deviation by taking, you know what 2 standard deviations above and below is? Yeah, they give you those values. So you take the difference, divide it by 4, gives you your standard deviation.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So it's 2.055.
And estimate the standard deviation. So you've got your values.
It's,
So it's
so this is the total between the two, between the 1.59 and the
yeah, so that's the middle in between them.
And so when
So-
you divide it by 4, it's 0.233.
Between what 2 measured nitrate concentrates to approximately 68%.
It's 1 standard deviation, so it's
So
1.82 and 2.8 or 2.2.
now what is the value of the mean of a standard normal distribution?
1.
It's gonna what is the value of this?
Of the mean of a standard
0.
normal.
Wouldn't it? 'Cause
I'm sorry.
Admissions committees for most Masters of Business Administration programs require the Graduate Management Admission Test (GMAT) as part of the application for new students. It has been shown that the scores on the GMAT are normally distributed with a mean of 542.3 and standard deviation of 1.54.
Huge standard deviation.
The minimum GMAT score for admission to the MACC program in the School of Accounting at BYU is 500, but it is rare for students with scores less than 600 to be admitted.
So what is the probability that a randomly selected student will score above? So this is where we need to do
The normal probability of it.
but
You just got on the z-score.
well, your score on that one should be 1, right? Because it's the same as your mean. It's not changing at all, right?
To be above.
Yeah. So wouldn't your z-score just be 1? Or am I just thinking that incorrectly?
I don't know if that's right. Okay, so
And round to the nearest 10?
is that the mean?
No. Probability that a randomly selected student will score above.
Yeah,
would you-
542.3. So
Because that's the one where you take this minus this divided by the square root, correct? Because that give you your z-score.
it'd be divided by the standard deviation.
120.
Yeah, so
Or
120. But this minus that is 0, so your z-score is going to be 0.
You can't do it. You can't do it. 0.5 would be a half the probability in that case. It was really 0. Does that even make sense?
Well, actually,
It's just to the nearest 10. 8.5 is correct.
I was going to say it would be.
Yeah,
Because if it's
yeah.
standard, if that's your standard,
Yeah,
if that's
it would
your
be the
mean,
exact
half's
everything
going to
has
be
to be
above,
above it.
half's going to be below.
Yeah.
We thought about that
I'm
way
looking
too
at
much.
that.
It's too
Alright.
much far.
What's the probability that randomly selected student will score below 600?
Okay, so
Okay, so
600
that's where you do 600
minus-
minus 542.3.
So 600,
minus 542.3
542.3
divided by 120.5.
gives you a z-score of 0.479.
And it's sort of below that, so is it the
Yep.
middle and the end and the
Yes.
so 0.684.
Is that what you got?
Oh, wait.
No, it's
0.684?
You get 0.313.
No. 0.6839.
That's for 25.
Yeah, that's for,
Oh no, your numbers are shifted wrong. You get 0.5 for 24.
let me look at the.
You screwed your numbering up. Come on, man.
My bad.
Alright, and then do you want to do
So wait, what was
Well, I
the
guess-
what was the number I got there?
0.684?
So what is it above?
Yeah,
so
and
that's
then-
yeah.
everything
Yeah, so
It's
above it's
basically
going to be
the opposite.
0.3316.
316.
Do we need to check the other ones? Where did it go?
I think it's been staying pretty. I don't know. It looks, for the most part, I think it's
Okay,
good.
I've been looking at them. As
Oh,
they've
because
gone
you
anyway.
combined. It's because you combined
Yeah.
those two.
Yeah.
That makes
All right,
sense. Sorry, I
so
messed it up.
find the GMAT score that corresponds to the 10th percentile.
Okay, so this is where you put in.
This is that
It's
crappy stuff that took us a little bit to figure out after you
I
left last time.
Still don't understand.
It took us a little bit, but we ended up getting some of
on
them.
the applet. How you do it is
You put in the percent up top, right?
yeah,
The
but
area
it's
up top.
not.
That it's not.
Yeah, it's not actually. You're not looking for which percent are you on?
The 10.
So you're not looking for 0.1. You're looking for 0.9.
5.9.
Because that's going to give you your z-score that you need.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then you get 1.282, and
And
you
then
put
you-
that in.
And then
Or
you work
it's-
backwards.
It's right here. I have it right here. So you have 1.282
Equals x minus your.
x minus the mean over the standard
Same.
deviation. The reason this one's negative is because when you put in 0.1, you get the same thing, but you're looking for over here. It took me a while to figure that out. I was with my friend doing it. I'm like,
Because that's the
what the heck
10th
is going-
percentile, though.
Yeah.
Right? So you're only
So
looking
it's
for
like it was so confusing. I'm like, what the freak is going on?
Yeah. I know.
Okay, I was really confused.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So what's the score that you come up with for that one?
So for
387,
387, what do you run to?
the nearest whole number.
Okay, yeah, so 388. And the next one is 697.
All right, and then the first quartile. On that one, you could do the same, right? And just put 0.75 in, because that'd show you your quartiles. If you did,
Yeah, 'cause that's what's up in the 4.
yeah, 0.75. Would you do 0.25?
Oh,
Because this would be your first quartile, right?
that's not correct, is it?
And then your mean would be your second, and then this would be your third quartile.
Don't you just split it up into thirds then? Instead of
Well,
fourths?
Because your mean is going to be your quartile.
Because if it's splitting this up into thirds, you need to split it up into. The quartile doesn't make sense.
I looked it up
It's-
in the thing. Um,
It's like with your box plot, your first quartile or box plot. So your first quartile would start where
hold on.
at your lowest number and then go,
There's 4 quartiles in the box plot, but this
and
is just
your mean
confusing
would
with the
be
template.
your mean would be your third quartile. So your second quartile would be at what 25% of the data would be on the left side of it. So with the applet, so you could get 25% on that side, which would be your 0.25. That'd give you your z-score, and then you work backwards and figure it out,
Yeah,
which is retarded.
so 461 point, is it just whole
Whole
number?
number, yeah.
Okay.
And then the third quartile, you do 0.75.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
That makes sense.
That's gonna be 624.
Yeah.
Consider a simple random sample of 15 students taking the GMAT. What is the mean of the distribution of samples? And so this is the one where we were investing doing it last time, and you do it with the square divided by the square root of 15.
Yeah.
The answer.
That's what I understood. I understood that, but you get it. I think we messed up on a bunch of those.
Yeah, we ended up figuring them out after.
So we're looking at this one's the what?
Consider a simple random sample of n equals 15
Sample
students.
mean
What is the mean of the
is
distribution of samples?
542.3.
42.3.
Is that what we had?
Was that the regular mean too?
Yeah, because it says the mean stays the same, but with
Your standard deviation is going to change.
yeah, and that one's a 31.
Probability with the sample mean
And this is where you just
GMAT
put 600 in
For SRS of n equals
600 minus the 542.3
Yeah.
over
the square root of 15.
One.
Well, no, the
It'd be
standard
120
deviation divided by the square root.
120.54 divided by the square root of
Yeah.
15.
And you
Okay.
get
That's 0.032.
and then you put that into that.
And that gives you the 0.022.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Good job, guys.
Any questions, concerns, comments?
I pressed it.
It hasn't been going.
It did, yeah.
When did you press it?
You saw me press it at the very beginning.
Did it hang up on what?
No way.
And open the other screen?
If we have to go back and talk about everything again, it's gonna suck. Oh, you have 2 windows open. Check to see if that ends. Yeah, there, right there.
Oh, you're still going right here?
I think I. No,
No, you haven't.
is it still going? I think I closed
Yeah,
it.
still going.
Wait, I got it. Okay.